I'm Joe from ExtremeTerrain, and today we're going to be taking on the Jeep side steps category. We're going to be breaking down all the different designs and styles out there, all to help you guys who might be doing a little bit of shopping make the right decision. Variations are going to include the length and width of the step area, texture for traction, materials used, finish, price, and some are going to be a little bit better than others as far as ground clearance goes, which is always a big concern. I'm going to show you steps in each category using our trusty 4-door JL, but you can find these types of steps for any generation of Wrangler on the site. Without any further ado, let's open with one of the most classic options. Now first on our list, we have one of our most popular options on the site, a side step bar, otherwise known as a NERF bar, which is being demonstrated right here by the Red Rock 4x4 3-inch round curve side step bar. A NERF bar is going to consist of, well, a bar, but there are plenty of different options allowing Jeep owners to get exactly what they want out of a step. The width of a NERF bar will usually range from 3 to 6 inches. Simply put, that's going to change how much area you have to actually plant your foot. The bar itself can be oval for a more flat top look or circular if you really like that classic side step bar style. Thirdly, we do have curved or straight ends. This is going to be a purely stylistic choice. Curved ends to clean up the look a little bit as they turn underneath the Jeep, and straight ends for a little bit more aggressive style. Finishes will usually come as either a black powder coat or polished stainless for the chrome fan. Now, a lot of powder coatings are tough. However, in certain circumstances, off-roading being one in particular, it's possible that powder coat can crack or chip. This is going to allow salt access to the material underneath, which will likely oxidize. Obviously, stainless will resist that. Stainless is also typically a little bit more durable than aluminum alloy, but comes at a higher cost. Now, that's not to say you have to pick either black powder coat or polished stainless steel. Sometimes you will even see powder coat over top of stainless steel, and that's really going to give you the best of both worlds. One thing I do want to mention are NERF bars that come with a sort of drop-down hoop step. Options like that are going to make it easier to get in and out of your Jeep, but they do come at the cost of some breakover angle. If you're just a daily driver, they'll do just fine. For someone who's hitting the trails on the weekends though, that clearance is valuable. That's something to keep in mind while shopping. Regardless, the NERF or side step bar is budget friendly and simple to install. It's easy to see why they're one of our most popular options. Less is sort of more here. And if you're looking for something that can get the job done with no frills, this is a style you might be interested in. Up next, we have another popular style, and that is going to be the running board. The option right next to me is the Barricade Extreme Heavy Duty Rocker Step. Utility and ease of use are the big reasons why you'd want an option like this. You have a ton of area to plant your foot pretty much all the way up and down the board, as opposed to a NERF bar. Wherever you need a step, this is going to be able to accommodate. Running boards also give a clean OE look, which is probably why more and more manufacturers are offering these as a factory option. Typically, running boards are all steel. They give you a ton of depth on the step area, with this one being almost 6 inches. Just like NERF bars, these are a budget-friendly and easy to install option. Also, running boards will tend to sit a little tighter to the body of the Jeep, cleaning up the looks by covering that pinch weld. This will do a good job at preserving some of that breakover angle, but the stepping area will tend to sit a little bit higher up than other options. That issue of high stepping area can be remedied with our next category, the drop step. As you guys could probably tell by the name, these are going to feature a drop step design, which is going to make it even easier to get in and out of your Jeep, since that stepping area is going to be a little bit closer to the ground. Usually these feature a textured stepping area that ranges anywhere from 3 to 6 inches deep. This one on the Jeep right now is the Red Rock 4x4 HD drop side step bar, and they fit the bill perfectly for a drop step. As you can see, they also boast a relatively middle ground, 4.5 inches of flat stepping surface. Obviously, this design is going to come with the trade-off of breakover angle. Again, if you're the daily driver, not that big of a deal. If you're the off-roader type, however, make sure to consider that. If you do have a huge lift and you're looking to trade some of that clearance for an easy step, these are going to be great. Now, with that said, while drop side steps do boast an aggressive appearance, these are not designed for off-road impacts. Again, just something to keep in mind. But if you're going to prioritize easy entry and exit over the ultimate off-road clearance, then the drop step would be an awesome choice. Now, last but certainly not least, we have the power step. And this one is gonna be the Rockslide Engineering Gen 2 Step Slider. An option like this can combine a lot of the pros of some of the previous options that I've talked about. So you walk up, you pull the door handle, and these will use an electric motor to extend the steps to a nice low position, allowing you to climb inside. After you pull the door shut and a small amount of time passes, these will pull up nice and clean to the body of the Jeep. Now, the huge benefit of a design like this one is that these drop down to a position that's lower than what's safe for driving around. That means you have a great step when needed, and while driving, these are gonna retract to give you the most amount of clearance possible. Now, speaking about clearance, let's talk toughness and let's talk off-roading. Just because these are electronic, it doesn't mean that they're not tough. Each of these can hold about 650 pounds, and they do have a little bit more functionality than your typical power step, as these also serve as a rock slider. But there will be other options out there that will solely function for stepping purposes if you don't need the added protection, but you're just looking for functionality. Power steps do come with some cons. A big one is gonna be complexity, and that's gonna lead to a harder install, which usually involves some wiring. At the very least, you're gonna need to bring along some extra tools to get these hooked up to your Jeep. Now, the biggest con with power steps, however, is going to be the price. These are the highest in the category. Expect to pay at least $1,000 for a set of power steps, and these RSE Gen 2s, they're gonna come in right around $1,800. It is definitely a lot of money, but if you don't mind either of those two drawbacks, these are an awesome pick, and again, they're gonna combine a lot of positives of some of those other options. Well guys, that is gonna do it. If you're looking to learn a little bit more, we do have detailed breakdown videos for all the products you saw today and a ton of videos for some side steps you did not see today. Make sure you check that out over on our website. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more content like this one. Keep it right here at Extreme Terrain for all things Jeep.